During a normal Issue Aspid livestream, everything seemed fine, but suddenly his hand started shaking. After that, his entire body began heating up in a terrifying way. It felt like something was burning him, and strange bumps appeared on his arm. Then, while sitting in his chair, his whole body suddenly started trembling uncontrollably.
No!
He looked into the mirror for a second and was shocked to see glowing red veins spreading across his neck. He tried searching his symptoms on the internet, but he felt extremely weak and his vision became blurry. Even breathing started becoming difficult for him. He sat down on the floor, exhausted and feeling something strange happening inside his body, barely able to catch his breath. He went to the bathroom and splashed water on his face, hoping to wake himself up and understand what was happening, but it didn't help. Suddenly, his smartwatch displayed a warning that his heart rate had risen to an extremely high level. Then he saw a shadow standing behind him, and from that moment, everything changed. All the screens in his room suddenly turned red and started displaying warnings everywhere. He tried to figure out what was happening and understand it, but nothing made sense. Suddenly, strange creatures appeared around him and began attacking him. He started fighting them off with his keyboard and resisted with all his strength, but every movement only made the pain worse. Warning messages began appearing everywhere, and the small creatures spread throughout the entire room. He rushed to his computer, trying to understand what was happening and call for help, but he couldn't figure anything out.
No! This can't be happening! My heart, my lungs, failed. All failed. It's over. I can't breathe! Get away from me! No! Target locked. Eliminate.
He tried to reach his phone to call an ambulance and save himself, but the strange creature behind him stopped him and dragged him away from the phone. Suddenly, he found himself back in his setup, sitting on the floor. The warnings were still everywhere, he could barely breathe, and exhaustion was written all over his face. The ground beneath his feet began pulsing like veins, eventually transforming into a network of living veins while he stood in the middle of them. Then he saw a gigantic version of himself charging toward him. The giant clone kept getting closer and closer. Terrified, he turned and started running away from it. He began fighting the strange creature using his gaming chair as a weapon. But suddenly, the creature unleashed a vein-like energy beam that struck Aspid directly. He spun around and tried to escape from the creature, but there was nowhere to run. The creature continued chasing him relentlessly. The strange creature slowly moved closer to him, and what happened next was completely unexpected. Suddenly, Aspid woke up and slowly regained consciousness. For a brief moment, everything seemed perfectly normal again. Then everything in the room began shattering apart, and Aspid desperately tried to catch the falling pieces. Suddenly, countless screens appeared in front of him, each displaying giant eyes as if they were seeking revenge. Aspid walked toward the screens without fear, filled only with determination. He approached one of the screens and saw a warning message that read, "Immune system override action." At that moment, he realized that this was an attack coming from his own immune system. He tried to smash the screen, but he discovered that some kind of system was controlling his hand and preventing him from doing so.
Please, stop! I'm not your enemy! Issue Aspid isn't the real problem!
The system has rebalanced but uncertainly.
Suddenly, Aspid appears sitting in his gaming chair. He looks exhausted and drained as he stares directly into the camera. Then, tears begin to fall from his eyes as he is overwhelmed with sadness and emotional pain.
When they attacked, I didn't think I'd survive. This wound here, it went deep. I managed to escape, but I don't know for how long.
The medical alerts are flashing critical. Immune system unstable, cellular integrity degrading. We're running out of time, the infection trace is confirmed.
It's vital not to ignore the symptoms of a compromised immunity. Pay attention to the signs your body is giving you, whether it's your throat, chest, or joints. The truth is, I ended up in the hospital. It was serious enough that I needed these tests immediately. I need you all to pay close attention to any similar symptoms you might be experiencing. It's important we address this quickly. We have to consider the long-term impact of this strategy. It's crucial. Wait, right. The impact is clear now. As I was saying, we must analyze the trace evidence carefully. Remember, early detection can save lives. Don't ignore the signs. Get checked, stay safe, please.